It is time for a check-in. I've been avoiding this like the plague. I am here to reluctantly say that not many of the goals have been tackled, really. More elements of my life have changed. And so because more elements of my life have changed, I, like many other people, start to fall behind on the things that I actually want to do, because then I have to like readjust and repivot for the works of life itself. And so that's what's going on with me lately. In the initial video where we started off this process, I was like, ooh, okay, took a little hit. Work has gone down from one value to another, as my like one of my specifically main points of like income dwindled down. Well, that is now at zero. That doesn't exist anymore. That job, that income source is gone. I am back in the car, door dashing full time while I search for other means of employment, applying everywhere I can, and then just trying to stay afloat via the door dashing of it all. And it has been taxing. I don't even want to like say it's not taxing, because it has been taxing. And this isn't like I'm above DoorDash thing. It's I have been doing DoorDash for a while, and in the midst of doing DoorDash, one, it has made me realize, like, come to the deeper understanding that like most gig work, especially the ones that specifically use your car, those gig work pieces are like positioned to make you believe that like that is a realistic source of employment. I no longer think that it's a realistic source of employment. Like, yeah, you can make the same amount of money as other people who work, they maybe like $20 to $22 an hour. Some people say they make an average of like 30. It depends on where you are in the location. It depends on what you're able to do. The luck of it's really RNG. Like, it's RNG. If you play games, it's really like the rate of the spawn. Like, sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. Sometimes I've waited an hour straight for one DoorDash order in the city of Los Angeles. I want you to like take that down and deep that. But it's not even the waiting or the fact that like you're playing a guessing game with the amount of money that you might make. It is actually and truthfully the amount of hours you're gonna put in sustainably to like keep that going. Anyways, that's a whole different video for a whole different thing. I think I'll just post the video that I posted on TikTok on Shorts so you guys can watch that. But that's a compartment of all of this. Is like one piece of the puzzle is I'm back door dashing full time. Being back door dashing full time, but coming off of tour means that I came off of a tour with no money, didn't make any money from the tour, and then got back thinking that I had like a sustainable source of income. That sustainable source of income was taken away, and now I'm in like a hunt to get back to like to a flat line. Like not even like get the heartbeat racing. I'm back to getting to a flat line, and now I'm back to trying to get a heartbeat going. It can be the lowest rate of heartbeat ever, but like we trying to get the heartbeat going. Maybe what this needs to be is me doing a dash cam so you understand like that I want to make these videos, but I'm not making the videos because I am stuck in the car and I feel like I need to have a specific type of setup in order to make these videos. But maybe I don't. Maybe that's the whole point, is like I don't need a specific location because the videos are about me, my life, and the progress that I'm trying to make toward my life. Haven't read a book, haven't even touched a page. That's not completely true. I've been reading manga, but like that's not in the category of books that I was trying to read. The one thing I will say that now that I'm thinking about this is that like I can give myself credit where credit is due. I have been making a better effort to eat better, and at the same time I'm snacking more. And I know that the snacking more is definitely coming from one, skipping like breakfast. Worst habit I have ever developed, skipping breakfast for the needs of getting to the dash, or getting to work and like getting up and doing it. But also, besides skipping breakfast and it making me snack more, I've just been snacking. I know that me as a person, I snack more just off the base value of the fact that like whenever I get annoyed, frustrated, sad, any one of these emotions, I'm like, I gotta have a little snack. It'll solve the issue. It doesn't solve the issue, but in my head, it low-key does. It doesn't. And so I've been trying to like make myself do something instead, snacking. So I go on like a good 5-10 minute intense walk, just let the thoughts ruminate, start having a conversation with myself in my head about like what it is I'm angry about, why am I angry about these things, in what ways I can do to like help myself to stop being so frustrated, do something to change the circumstance, work on a better outcome, have a better outlook. And after I'm done, I'm good. I don't need no snack. There's got to be a science to that. I don't know what it is, but there's got to be a science to the idea. There's got to be a science to the idea that you can just walk off a craving, you know? Yeah, what else do I need to update you on? With the lack of funds, it means that I lack the ability to go to the gym, which is unfortunate because I was making a progress. So I've been to the gym in like a week and a half. Isn't as bad as it's ever been for me, which is good because like the week and a half is set in and now I'm like, oh man, maybe it's time to get back to the gym. I gotta figure out a way to get to the gym, which usually in circumstances like this, I will say that's progress. In circumstances like this, I want to not go to the gym because I'm like, that's a waste of money. I don't got the time to go to the gym because if I go to the gym, I'm wasting gas. That little bit of gas could have saved me from having to get more gas so that I wouldn't have to DoorDash as long because I need extra money. But if I run out of gas while I'm DoorDashing, I'll know it was because I went to the gym. And that line of thinking, it makes sense. But at the same time, part of honoring the value system of like putting your body through the work that it needs to do all of this putting my body through the work that it needs to go through to do all of this door dashing, all of these gig works, side assignments. I'm picking up shifts at the farmer's market. I'm picking up shifts at the bar that I don't really like working at. Like, in order to get my body to get my brain to do that, I also have to like give my body kindness. And part of giving your body, at least for me, part of giving my body kindness is like going to the gym, eating healthy, and stretching. I haven't been stretching. I need to stretch because that's also a piece of that like reward system. Like, these are good things I get to do to my body. My body hasn't felt well because I'm emotionally eating. So I'm trying to trim that down because I can see it happening and I'm still willing to go through the pain of it. And at the same time, I'm like, I don't know, maybe I should not be willing to go through the pain of that. Maybe I should be willing to like make more of an effort to make my body feel okay. So there's also that. So that I will say that's a benefit, is like I am recognizing now that like, I need to go to the gym. Like it may not make financial sense to go to the gym. May not make financial sense to like, I just recently cleaned my car because I was like, I haven't cleaned my car like I'm cleaning my room, and my car is basically my second room at this point. It's my office. Why is my car dirty? And not in the sense that like my car needs to be clean and pristine for people I'm door dashing for. It needs to be clean and pristine for me. It needs to be tidied up for me. I need this. So I have a better like sense of grounding when I'm sitting in this car for hours on end, and it doesn't feel like I'm just in a messy room. And instead it feels like my mind is decluttered because my space is decluttered. It's the same principles, just decluttering the room. You declutter the room so that your mind doesn't feel so cluttered like the space you're in. The same principle applies. I will say though, one thing that has helped me is that I talked to my therapist this past week, and I realized that like I have made a lot more progress personally than I would have thought I would, or like than I felt like I had. Because to me, all of these circumstances are unfolding. I'm not. The career stability is off its rocker. Me trying to find a way to like balance all these things and keep myself accountable and not fall off the diet and keep things going. These all feel like this is the worst case scenario ever. But one, I have to acknowledge that usually I don't notice these things until maybe 4 months in, and then I blink one day and I'm like, what am I doing? I'm not taking care of myself. But two, I realized in therapy, one of the things we talked about was the fact that like I've been getting the ick for a multitude of like most everybody recently. Like I just be getting the ick. I'm like, don't want it. Something will happen, a conversation will occur, and I'm like, I don't really have the interest anymore. And it's not even when I was younger, it was like let me find a bad in you, so I know that I don't need you. But now it is very much like a calm, no, like you're cool, but no, we can keep the friendship, but we don't got to do all that. I got an order, but the last thing I'm gonna say is, we can keep the friendship, but I'm cool on that, is really what comes to mind. Is we can keep a friendship, but I'm cool on that. And as a result, like I thought that I was being too harsh, but what I've realized is that I'm not being too harsh. I'm actually being real with myself now. I'm evaluating like partners with actual intention. Like I'm looking at the way that somebody is and the things that I desire from a partner and being like, I don't think these align. Like I don't think these align. And that doesn't mean you have to be a bad person. It just means that like they may not align, and this may not be the thing that we gonna get done. This may not be the thing that we have to do. Our route may be different, and that can be okay. I don't know. I thought that was bad. I thought that was too harsh. I thought losing interest so quickly, so matter of factly. It's not like me. So is it healthy? Is it normal? Then I don't know. I think it's normal to start to grow and understand that like the things that you want and the things that you like have initial interest in may not be the same thing. Like you can gauge that. You can take your time with it, and I have taken my time with it through numerous relationships, and the things that I'm learning from those relationships have like come more into play, not in a begrudging or negative way, but they're coming more into play as in like I see what I chose in the past, and I'm looking at it and I'm going, it didn't work, and I don't think there's a point in trying it again, because I know it doesn't work, and I know it doesn't work for me. It's not even that it doesn't work as a relationship connection. It doesn't work for me long term down the road. I know what happens to me. But when I told my therapist an example, he was like, I think that's a responsible way to think. I think that's a responsible approach to life, because it is absurd I'm gonna give you a look. You know what I'm gonna tell you? Basically, I met this girl. She told me, essentially, she said she cheat, but she cheat when they deserve it. I said, damn, how you know they deserve it? She said, well, I said, how your last relationship end? She said, well, he cheated on me. I said, okay, well, I mean, yeah, I'm sorry about that. She said, don't worry, I cheated on him too, because I knew he was cheating. I said, why didn't you just leave? My therapist looked at me, he said, that is a responsible reason to be uninterested in a person. Don't see anything wrong with what you... So like, long story short, this is the catch up. These are the things that are going on. This is an update. Are we making progress? Mentally, I believe we are making better progress than we are in the physical. And I hope to make more progress in the physical, is essentially the whole thing.